Hello. So today I decided that it was finally time to go through all of my PSP games and get everything cataloged, figured out if I have any duplicates, anything like that, and, put together my collection and see what I have. Now, grand total, everything you see here on this table, I have 157 of the Black Label releases out of 612 for North America. Now, I mentioned Black Label because one of the aspects of my channel that I would like to address is I want to archive the manuals and box art. Now, to do that, I have to have, obviously, high-quality games, stuff that's in pretty good condition, but I'd also like to be pretty consistent, so I want to archive the Black Label ones first. Well, not necessarily first, but I have a focus on it. So I needed to go through and get all the greatest hits and favorites and whatever out of my collection. And I'm not going to go through everything you see right here. That would be a waste of time. But I did kind of want to go over what stipulates being CIB, complete in box, and worthy of me holding on to, and the kind of things I pass on. So here's just an example game right here. Ben 10, Protector of Earth. Box is very clean, no damage on the back, and as you can see, it has the manual and the disc. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, that's actually one of my nicer ones, if I'm being honest with you. Well, how about this one? Mercury Meltdown. As you can see, there's some sticker residue right there, but that's not a big deal. The box isn't in the best condition, but everything else is fine, and this has the manual and disc in it too. But not everything is in immaculate condition like that. So I wanted to show off some that have some questionable things, I guess, to most people. Some people might not be okay with this. I don't really care, personally. We're going to take a look at the first one, which is Gangs of London. These are all cataloged, by the way, but they're off to the side because I'm going to be showing them off. Now, Gangs of London has absolutely nothing wrong with it, except... No, that one has absolutely... this one has nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong with that one. Okay. I was thinking of End War. I'm sorry. But yeah, that one's actually in really nice condition. That's another example of what's acceptable for me. So, these two are pretty good examples. As you can see, this one's a little damaged. It's not really that big of a deal. I don't know if I would archive this one, but in terms of just collecting it, this is good enough. I might ask somebody else to archive this one because I don't really want to spend money to buy this again. And the same thing's kind of going on here. As you can see, it's kind of messed up in the corner. Not something I did. Now, another important thing to note about this one is it has that little sticker on it. A lot of these sports games have that. I don't care if that sticker's on there. Mainly because some of these boxes these come in are fucking trashed, and those stickers don't really come off. So I will replace the boxes. And honestly, I don't think the stickers actually mean anything to someone like me. And it's not like I do it to copies I'm going to sell. I do it to copies I'm going to keep for myself. I don't really care what they're worth to me, because to me, they're worth what I paid for them. They're worth getting whatever I got to pay to get the info off of them, to rip the ISO for my personal collection or to get the manual and artwork archived. Oh, I should mention that I want to adhere to the archival standards of the Video Game Preservation Collective, which is why I've decided to focus on Black Label and keep games in as high of quality as possible. But again, sometimes, like that, I won't archive that. And I won't archive this one, obviously. But it's still good enough for me to collect. And I can miss a couple here and there somebody else can do. Tom Clancy's End War. This one's not too bad. I remember when I first bought this, the box it was in was fucking disgusting. But the big problem with this one is it's a taped UMD, as you can see right there. I don't care. These still function once you do that, and that's actually done so that they spin correctly. So, for me, that's okay too. Not a big deal. Invisibles. Now, if you look at this one, this is actually a not for resale copy. That's because they were not sold like this. They came in a box that looks like that. And I didn't bother trying to get the box for this one because it costs like 15 more bucks to do. There's 3 Invisibles game. I can't archive the boxes in the first place, so I wasn't gonna bother with that. Plus, again, they just look like this. I might get one of the Invisibles, you know, in the proper box, but it's not really worth it. Also, I don't need the included camera because I already have 2 of them, so didn't really need to worry about that either. Okay, this one. Now, Class of Heroes 2 is not like a rare game, but it's uncommon. There's a Kickstarter variant that's worth like over $100, I think. But this one, you're probably wondering, oh God, what's wrong with this? Fuck you. Same with this one too. Yeah, fuck people that do this. I don't know what the hell the point is. I actually had to type Class of Heroes 2 into CLZ Games, so you have to pop up because it won't scan that. Scanned this though, and it popped up. I'm not going to replace these because you get the idea. It's just got a little hole in the fucking barcode. I think I can still archive that. I'd have to double check. But I'm not buying Class of Heroes 2 again. Fuck that shit. I'm pretty sure that one's already archived anyways. And I'm not buying Payout again because I had to actually seek this one out. And a lot of copies of this game weren't in great condition. But as you can see, those are kind of my standards for buying stuff. Now, I want to show off 2 real quick just because I have them. It is just, there's Summon Night 5. It's actually a very nice physical release. And this one, which I got recently, which is the physical North American disc release of Patapon 2. See, normally it says download code inside up here. But this one is actually the disc release, which they did after it got so popular with the download code release. I do not have the download code release. I'm going to get that one day. Now, as I said, I went through all of these games, all 157 that are sitting right here, and I removed the favorites and, you know, greatest hits, duplicates, anything's got anything else wrong, so I wanted to showcase those a little bit too. Right here. I actually thought this one was fine until I looked inside of it. And it's the greatest hits disc. Same thing's going on there with Medal of Honor Heroes. I have to completely replace those. Kind of sucks, but not the worst thing in the world. These are all favorites releases, which sucks because they're all in pretty nice condition. I have to replace 2 of those Final Fantasy games, which makes me really sad. Because I just got the second one, I think, last year. Again, greatest hits. All of those need to be swapped, which again sucks because there's stuff in there I wanted like for a long time, like Rivals 2 and Underground 2 Remix. But they got to be replaced, sadly. These are different. So when I first started collecting, I didn't really give a shit about getting the dual packs. This one I got on accident. I wasn't actually trying to get this. In fact, I actually own Mercury Meltdown. I might have the original Archer Milan's Mercury. I could be wrong. But yes, this is a dual pack. It's just, you know, both on the same disc. It's a unique one. There's a couple of them that are like that. But this is the dual pack you're probably more familiar with. These, if I'm correct, yeah, not for resale. They don't scan correctly into CLZ games, so I have to, you know, buy black label versions of both of these. And just to show you, yeah, greatest hits. I don't know if that's actually supposed to be in there. I feel like it's supposed to be in there. Let me look real quick, actually. Yep, not for resale. It's supposed to be in there. Yeah, kind of just bites. But all of those I have to replace right there. Oh, hi, Sweet Pea. Are you munching, crunching? Huh? She's having her treats. Rock Band Unplugged. This is not a duplicate. It's trashed. You can already see it. It's all, like, fucked up. It's the worst version of Activision Hits Remixed. You know, box art-wise. But yeah, I have to replace that one. I don't know what the fuck happened here. So I've had this game for a while, and you open it up. What's wrong with it? Well, first off, this manual is, like, massive. I don't know what the hell's going on there, but I opened it up. The entire thing is in French. All of it. There is no English in this manual anywhere. Which is funny, because on the back of the manual, split languages. Now, I did notice something. Everyone 10, and then the Avantes, you know, 2 languages right there. But if you look at the box for this game, it also does that. I think this might be a Canadian copy. Which normally I don't care about, But that means there's an actual English one because they wouldn't not print an English manual. So I have to find that one. That one was a duplicate. That's the only duplicate I had out of the stuff I went through today. I have other duplicates, but that's the new one I found. It's the only one I had too. Now for stuff that's weird because I'm not really sure what to do with it. FIFA 14 Legacy Edition. I'm not sure if I should count this because it is in Spanish. And I think there might be an actual proper English release of this that's not Legacy Edition. I don't know. I have to look into it a little bit more. This is fake. Yeah, I'm not paying for an empty fucking box. I don't know if you guys know what this is, but basically you could buy, at one point you could buy the Vita version or something like that, and it came with a box with the box art. The only reason this doesn't have a physical release is because they missed the printing date. But yeah, it's fake. These are all reproduction stuff inside. It's actually pretty high quality if I'm being honest. I don't really care about this one being fake because people are charging ridiculous amounts for it. This box, in my opinion, is worth like maybe max $15. And when I tried and ended up getting this, people were trying to charge over $50 for it. Yeah, they can suck my nuts. No, I'm not paying that much for it. It literally looks no different than the real one, other than like the paper quality. So I don't give a shit. This is a box art variant. This is actually in my collection, but there's a version of it that doesn't have this on it. And doesn't have download Demio skin, doesn't have that stuff on it. Yeah, I'm not kidding. That's the only difference. I just have this in my collection just so I can show that off. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is something that is not included in the 157 games count, which is all of my import titles. So I'm not really going to go through them, but basically these right here are my English language non-North America exclusives. So they're from other countries like Europe, and they're in English, but they never came out in the US. So we've got Fired Up, which as far as I know is kind of a Twisted Metal clone. I don't know that much about it. I haven't played it yet. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Party Edition is exactly what you think it is. Tales of Eternia is amazing. That was the first PSP game I ever imported, and the first game I ever imported, period. This was actually shown off when the PSP was first shown off in, I think, one of the E3s. It was 2005 or 2006, I'm not sure. But this was actually in the sizzle reel of games, and it never came out in the US, which is sad, because this is one of the best RPGs on the system. It runs at like 60 FPS, and even off the disc, this has insanely good performance and like load times. This is a winner. Like, I'm glad it was the first one I ever imported. Cover Girl. I have this because when you show it to people, they think it's a magazine. But yes, this is real. This game is DLC too. And again, Power Region exclusive. Yeah. It's just a bunch of fucking quizzes. It's not even like a minigame collection or something. It's literally the quizzes you would find in these magazines. Literally right there. Over 100 quizzes to get to know yourself better. That's like all it is. And then like, dumb shit. You would have been better off just buying the magazine. I think I got this for like $7 sealed. Talkman. Okay, this has a microphone, I believe. Yes. Talkman is a translation app for the PSP. I own this because it's one of the only like weird accessories like this that came out in other countries and is in English but not in America. I don't think there's any other ones. There's like some stuff in Japan that's different, but this one has a European release, and as you can see, Talkman translates between English, French, German, Italian, Spanish, and Japanese, which is actually kind of cool. I've tested this out for a little bit. It's kind of funny we didn't get it in the US, but now that I think about it, Europe and PAL regions, they actually are exposed to these languages way more than in the US, so I'm assuming that's why it never came out here. Especially like back then, I'm sure they were much more exposed to it than we were. But yeah, that's kind of everything. I just wanted to give a quick update. I'm at 157 Black Label games, and there are 612 Black Label North American releases grand total. So that's the goal for the channel. Collect all those, get them archived, and make videos on them. And yeah, I think that's it. I should have a proper video out soon. Sorry things are taking long. I've been working on capturing footage better and, you know, getting a better setup for that. And I finally solved it. If you've been looking at my stuff on the community tab, you'll see all the posts I have talking about it. I finally got it figured out, but I'm not going to say anything yet because I may have to buy a new capture card to get it to work properly. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. That's all my games. I'll see you guys soon.